By week's end, there should be at least a dozen of these locations across Florida treating patients, including the one we are at, Kings Forest Park here in Tampa, as well as some other sites in our area. We'll discuss those in just a minute. But to answer your question, what is the monoclonal antibody treatment? Well, the Regeneron treatment is a process where antibodies are introduced into the body and they help prevent the virus from attaching to human cells. It was approved by the FDA for emergency authorized use, just like the vaccines. It is said to be safe and effective and can reduce hospitalizations and death by up to 70%. And they say it does work against the Delta variant. Now, today the governor announced multiple antibody sites in our area. As you said, he was in Hudson a few hours ago at the Fasano Center. He says they'll be able to do 300 treatments a day at that location. It's open from 9 to 5. And then where we are now, again, Kings Forest Park, another antibody site, 300 treatments a day here, also open 9 to 5. These locations, by the way, 7 days a week. Now, the governor has also mentioned a potential location in Polk County as well, though we're still waiting for the details on that. And we can also report tonight in Pinellas County, the Tropicana Field site will also be a monoclonal antibody treatment site. So, who is eligible for this treatment? Well, it's available to anyone 12 and older that's either contracted COVID or someone that's been exposed to it and is at high risk. Now, your vaccination status does not matter. This is a free treatment. It is important to remember, however, the treatment is said to work best 3 to 5 days after testing positive. It is not really meant to be something that you take when you're already in the ICU. Again, said to be very effective, but it is only authorized under emergency use, just like the vaccine. So there is this question, will people who don't trust the vaccine trust this? Here's what the governor said about that.
Let me just say, my experience in talking with people is the side effects have been minimal, and even compared to the vaccine. So I think people should be confident in it. I think, again, if you're infected and you have a chance to potentially become severe, well, why not try to just cut it off at the pass? What this does is, most people who are getting infected, their body produces antibodies, it fights it off. Obviously, the vaccines help that, and you recover. Well, some people, when they get infected, the body's just not producing the antibodies necessarily to counteract this, and so that's what this is providing. It's a cocktail of antibodies that then go to work to protect your body against this virus, and so it's got a good track record.
All right, now you do need an appointment if you want to try this out. To do that, you log on to patientportalfl.com, patientportalfl.com. Make an appointment. Again, it's free, and it's something the governor believes strongly will bring down hospitalizations, which, as we know, Kelly, have really been skyrocketing over the last few weeks.
Right. So it's open for anybody who feels like they're at high risk and they're very sick from COVID, vaccinated or not. So we will have all the information on our website, too, and I'm sure it's easily found on when you do a search. All right, Josh Cassio. Thank you, Josh.